up everyone, I hope you're all doing alright. So today we're going to be building this snowy cottage, not the most creative name ever for it, but this is actually part of a collab that I'm doing with some really lovely and talented builders. It's called the Winter Wonderland save file, so we're making a winter, snowy, festive sort of save file for Windenburg. There's some really amazing builds as well that have come from this collab, so keep an eye out on those. If you look under the hashtag Winter Wonderland save file on Instagram, you should be able to see them. But yeah, we'll be posting them over the next few days, and hopefully the save file will be ready this week, but it just depends on when people post, I suppose. We're going to be posting them from the 13th, which were yesterday, to the 19th, I think. But yeah, it'll be ready shortly, I would imagine. But yeah, there's some really amazing builds, like I said, and I feel like my little cottage hasn't really got a patch on many of the builds, so I feel really honoured to be part of it. But yeah, built this little cottage for an elderly couple, and I'm really excited to share it with you. So this is actually my first time building in winter. I've never built in winter before, or when it's been snowy. When I was doing the landscaping, I did have to go to, like, not summer version, but when you just go on build mode, it's just like a standard weather. So I had to do that a couple of times just to put down the terrain paint and everything. And I'm hoping that the terrain paint is down when you download it from the gallery, because, by the way, if you didn't want to get the save file, you can still download this build off the gallery. My ID is HutchPlays. Same as usual, you can just download it as normal. But when I was building the cottage, when I closed my game down and then I went back onto it, the terrain paint had disappeared. And it's lucky I noticed, actually, because with the snow you can't tell if the terrain paint's disappeared, so I would have uploaded it to gallery with the terrain paint missing. But luckily I were able to actually pick up on that. So yeah, I'm just doing the terrain paint now and putting down the landscaping and stuff, because that's the thing, I wanted the build to look nice in any weather, not just in like winter when there's like snow on the ground and everything. So I made sure that, so I had to like go back and forth, so I had to like make sure that it looked alright when it's not like fully snowy. Some of the plants do look a little bit dead in the winter. I put some like debug bushes out front, and they're like bare when it's winter. But I think when it's not winter, like, they look alright. But yeah, like I said, I'm just doing that now. But yeah, there were a lot of like back and forth between winter and snow, and then when winter and snow, winter and summer, or winter and the standard weather. But yeah, I closed the game down, went back on it, and I thought I'll just double check that the terrain paint's there, because this has happened before where it usually only happens when you close the game down, and then when you come back onto it, sometimes terrain paint disappears. It can either be all of it or just like one lot of it for whatever reason. It's really weird, I don't know why it keeps happening. But I have heard other people have had the same problem. By the way, sorry if you could hear like a rustling noise, I was just scratching my head. But yeah, went on it to check, and all the dirt had disappeared, but not like the stone path, which is weird. So yeah, managed to replace that. And yeah, I really like how the build turned out. I was struggling kind of what to do for the exterior in terms of like what to put down. I knew that I wanted to have like a little bench and stuff, and somewhere for the Sims to like sit outside, but I didn't want to like fully fill the front garden up, because they don't have a back garden, and it's only a small lot, but I didn't want to like fully clutter everything up. So I put down some like planter boxes, and then they've got like a bench in a little bit where they can sit down. And I put down some of the like woohoo bushes. They're not really intended to be used, but I just wanted to add like a bit of the red into the landscaping just a bit, just because you can't see it when it's winter. I thought by putting those down, it like bulks up the landscaping and the plants and everything. And then they've got those like red heart-shaped like flowers on. I don't know if they'll be functional because they're like behind other plants and stuff. But if they are functional, go ahead and use them if you want. But yeah, I've actually made a household for this house as well. I made an elderly couple. One is a retired chef and the other is a retired lawyer. Yeah, she's a retired lawyer. And yeah, they're both quite similar Sims. They're quite friendly and sociable. Estelle, who is the retired chef, she actually has the newest aspiration, the neighbourhood confidant, is it called? which I don't fully know what that is. I know that it came with the update when the story progression sort of update came into the game. But yeah, she's got that newest aspiration. I think it's basically where Sims want to have an impact on their neighbours' lives. But yeah, they're quite sociable Sims. And then the retired lawyer, the one that has, in the screenshots you'll see them, but the one that's got the short hair and she wears like a red like jumper dress. Yeah, she has the friend of the world aspiration. So they really want to just like sort of get out there in the community and get to know people and make friends. And that's kind of what they're all about. They're recently retired, so they're ready to just sort of settle down in comfort in the little cottage, and yeah, just either spend time together or with other Sims. Obviously you don't have to download them if you don't want, but I did build this cottage with them in mind. So yeah, they've got stuff in the house that's like suited to them and their skills. If you do download the save file, I'm pretty sure, I don't know exactly if this is true, but I think it is, but the Sims should have like the skills and the relationships, and they should be classed as retired when it comes to the save file. So if you do want to get the save file, yeah, they'll have their skills and everything. But basically Estelle, the one that has the longer hair, and she's wearing a green jumper, she's quite a creative Sim. She likes music, she likes food, she's very into food. I think she's a foodie, but if she's not a foodie, I know that she is a retired chef, so she definitely is into cooking and baking. I know that she has some likes and dislikes. They both really like colours red and green, so that's why I went with like green in the kitchen, using the green kitchen cabinets from Cottage living. I always want to call it country living. But yeah, then the other woman, Jean, that's her name, she's the retired lawyer with the short hair. She's very into, I think she doesn't like gardening. I'm trying to remember what she likes now. I did play with them a little bit because I wanted to like get a feel of what they would be like as Sims, but I think that she's into music and reading potentially. I can't remember, but either way, I've got them on the gallery, but I don't think that their skills will be set if you download them from the gallery. But I will upload, in fact I can just upload a version of them where they have got skills, because when you upload them straight from CAS, they're like basically blank Sims. So they have like a standard relationship with the significant other. They have no skills unless you created them through the story thing in CAS. And then they have like no job or anything like that, again, unless you created them in the, is it called create a story? That thing where you make a story to create a Sim. I can't remember, but yeah, I'll upload the version of them to the gallery if you want to download them, where they've got skills and relationships and whatever else. Obviously they won't have, sorry, my wrist just cracked. Obviously they won't have like relationships with other Sims, or just have like a relationship with each other. But like the standard relationship when you first make them, they've got like half and half, I think, in friendship and romance, or it's like 70% or something. But they should have full friendship and full romance when I upload them to the gallery. But yeah, that's if you want to download them. Obviously you might not even care about them and you just want to download the build, but that'll be on the gallery as well. But yeah, you should check out the other builds because they are really good. But yeah, I didn't want to make, oh by the way, this bookshelf stressed me out so much. It's the seasons one, and I wanted to put like other books on it and decorative things and some cards and some plants and whatever. So you'll see that I've done that. But when I was putting the wallpaper in the bedroom, it deleted all those objects that I actually put down. So by the end of it, I just couldn't be asked to keep putting them down all the time. And I changed a couple of things and moved things around, and they just kept getting deleted. So I just put down like basic things, like I put books on the actual shelf rather than trying to float them with the red shelf. And then I put the cards on the shelf as well, but I couldn't be asked to keep doing it. I'm not gonna lie, I just couldn't be bothered to keep placing them every time they got deleted when I changed something. So yeah, that were a bit annoying, but yeah, I can't remember what I was saying now, I interrupted myself. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this build. I didn't want to make it like super festive and Christmassy. They've got a couple decorations up, like they've got the Christmas cards, which I imagine they've got from the neighbours. They've got a wreath on the door, and then I think that's about it. They've got a few candles around, but they're kind of all year round sort of candles. And then they've got a snowman out front, or a snow person out front. And yeah, I didn't want to go like too overboard with the Christmas decorations. Like I said in my last video when I was doing the Winterfest ready apartment that I did for a family, it's just not my sort of thing. Like I can't really get into like the whole Christmas thing. I were going to put them a Christmas tree outside, because I thought, well, then the house is not fully dedicated to Christmas, or Winterfest should I say, and then you could just delete the Christmas tree if you don't want it, and it's just outside then, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I just thought, nah, I'll leave it. I'll keep it quite basic, because even though it is a winter cottage or a snowy cottage, for the Winter Wonderland save file, I don't know, I just didn't want to make a really Christmassy build with loads of like decorations all over. So they've got a bit of holly on the is it a mantelpiece on the fire, on that shelf above the fireplace, and then that's about it really. They've got a wreath on the door, like I said, and then the rest of it is just kind of like any season. But yeah, I just made that little piano thing out of the keyboard, and then some units from, are they from Cats and Dogs or are they from Cottage Living? I think they're from Cats and Dogs. And then we're just moving on to the bedroom. For the bedroom, I just wanted to keep it quite simple. I imagine that the Sims are not going to be in here that much, apart from for obvious reasons, for sleeping and whatever else. But yeah, put a chess table in here just for something for the Sims to do when it's like too cold to go outside. But I imagine these Sims are quite social, so they'll be off out like visiting the neighbours, going out for something to eat, going to the local park. And yeah, there's also a build that comes with the save file. I can't remember now who made it. I'll have to quickly check. Yeah, it were actually Plumbolina. She made a, by the way, Plumbolina on Instagram and YouTube. But yeah, she made a Christmas tree shop. It's not a shop. What is it even called? You know when you go and you pick out like a real Christmas tree. Yeah, they made one of those, and I just thought, oh my god, that's such a good idea. I wouldn't have even thought to make that, and it looks really pretty. And I actually saw screenshots of it like while she was in the middle of building it, and yeah, it looks really nice, and they're a really talented builder as well, so definitely go and look at their build. There's some really, really good builds actually. Like, you know when you like look at a build and you just think, how would you even think of that? I'm over here making a cottage for like 2 old people, and then there's everybody else making like, oh, Christmas tree farm, that's what it's called, isn't it? But yeah, I say like I made a cottage for 2 old people as though it's a bad thing, but the couple are really cute, I think. I really love making like elderly couples. I forgot the word then. But yeah, I really love making elderly couples. I think it's just like really cute, and you'll see them in the screenshots at the end. They're really cute together. And yeah, I just wanted to add a little bit of diversity to the save file and just add a queer couple. And yeah, I hope that you really like this build. We are actually getting to the end of the voiceover now. I probably rambled a lot in this one. But yeah, like I said, I really hope that you enjoyed this build, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Like I said, there's some screenshots at the end, so if you want to stick around to watch those. And yeah, I really hope that you're having a good day. I hope that you have a good week. If you do like this video, leave a like on it and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you later. Bye.